La la la, la 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 la. It's always so weird. It's always a little bit awkward in the beginning of these live streams because you're going live, and if you're just by yourself, you don't know if people are on the other side. But the only way to know is if you say hi on the chat. So I see Connie. Connie, hola Connie, ¿cómo estás? Pixel Geek, man, Nelson, what's up? Time to listen to my sign astrologist while I develop something in Webflow. That's awesome, man. Ami Voda, hola. So all of you who are just joining, I would love to I don't know, to say hi, or like say hi on the chat. There's a little chat there, and also it would be nice if you say where you're visiting from. That would be pretty nice. What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself. And while you do that, I'll tell you what we are going to be doing together today. So I've been working on a project called Pablito Planeta, which is kind of a design astrologist, and it's supposed a fictitious character that is kind of like an astrologer that is specific for designers, at least for now. It gives you predictions for designers, and I made some videos about it, and that's it. Like okay, but I don't know. I wanted to continue working on it, and I thought maybe it would be great to create a landing page, and I just started. I don't know, like an hour ago. I started like putting things together, and I was eating and stuff. I was like, hey, you know what? I should go ahead and just like live stream while I'm working. So there's not really any plan. It's just like you joining me while I work, and you're going to learn soon that work is chaotic. There's no there's no plan. The plan is to create a landing page and just like bring together all the stuff into one place. So yeah, aloha Pablo, Michael. Yeah, so like today it's not really like, oh, we're going to learn this specific thing, and I'm going to teach you this specific thing. It's you just joining me while I work. If you are into that, cool, stay. If not, if you feel like that's going to be a little bit too boring, then don't ever talk to me again and leave. Get out of here. No, I'm kidding. Well, yeah. So let's go ahead and just do that. Okay. So all of you, oh Rachel, Adrian, Michael, that's so cool that you're joining. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sharing my screen. Just go ahead and see what's up. Right. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. I'm using OBS, and that's how I share my screen. Oh man, this is confusing as hell. So starting to put it together, something that started looking like a landing page. As you can see, it's not finished. I just really just started sketching it. But I started like putting together, like I actually bought a typeface. That was one of the first things that I did. Sometimes I don't know, I like before I even design anything, I go ahead and get like select the typeface first. So I selected this one that is called Sharp Grotesque, and it's oh my god, it's so beautiful. Look at this, how chunky it is. It is grotesque, as in how I don't know, like how chunky it is and how chubby. And I mean, it's actually it's a variable font, so it goes from really like chunky and chubby to really thin and just like I don't know, like look at this. And so since it's a variable font, it has you can control the weight and the width. That means that you can get like really tight, a really tight typeface like this that let's be honest, you cannot read that thing. But you can also get, and also like really like heavy, because you can control the weight too, and also you can also like the weight can be really thin and really also the width of it can be also really narrow. So those two things allows you to like look at all the different options of the different fonts that you can buy. So I bought 3 fonts from this, and I gotta say, it was not cheap. It was freaking expensive. But I did try different things. So I went ahead and I tried different things. So you can see that I was actually, I'm going to change the background of this. I'm on Figma. And I was trying different, I don't know, different versions. And because I wanted to see what would be better. And I ended with this one, the one that I just showed you. But I tried, this one is what? It's Mint Grotesque. I saw another one. This one was Mint Grotesque. This one was Rubik. This is like a Google font. This would have been free. But I mean, you cannot compare this with this. It's just like, I don't know. Like what I really loved about the font. Oh, this one is another one that I tried is Joan, and it's from like a Thai foundry called Work in Progress, or yeah, it's a pretty cool foundry work. It's not really a foundry. It's more like a, where is it? Where is it? Future Fonts. That's the one. Future Fonts has type in progress. That's what they call it, and it's different typefaces that are actually not finished. So you buy the version as it is, and that means that they're pretty affordable. And some of them are really out there, really crazy typefaces. And I tried to get one of these, but like at the end of the day, like I tried this one, for example. This one, it was pretty cool. I think it was, what I was looking at was something that was like fancy and bold and really in your face, like, oh, like really aggressive, but also like, I don't know, like still a little bit fashionable. I don't know what you call it. And I'm a big fan of sans serif, but I ended up with this one. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one that I ended up. And here you can see it live. This is the actual font. The other one was just a screenshot. And something that I really loved is the eye. Look at how the eye and the eye, I don't know, that just really convinced me. But this one, I really recommend you to visit futurefonts.xyz. You're going to see a lot of fonts that are, you can try them. A lot of them you can actually download the trial, and that way you will know if you wanna buy it or not. You first try it, and that's what I was able to do. Anyway, at the end of the day, I ended up buying this. Don't ask me the price because it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the site. I started like putting together this, and it's really, again, Pablito Planeta is kind of supposedly like an astrologer. And I created different videos of it, and each video is for each sign, like Capricorn, Aries, Gemini. I created a video for each one of them, and I actually created like a script. I wrote the script, and I added some things that are supposed to be like your amulet as a Capricorn. This is your amulet, your color as a Capricorn, and your Google font, and your strengths and the opportunities for improvement, and also just like a kind of a little prediction for each one of them, and also the video. So I wanted to put it all in one page where you can see all of this stuff in one place. So I started like black and white. I always like end up doing everything in black and white, but I was like, you know what, Pablito Planeta needs a little bit of color. So I started putting together like maybe like really bold and like, I don't know, like flat shadows, colorful shadows, and maybe that's what brings color in the page. So here I was thinking maybe this could be like almost like a hover effect. When you hover, a shadow like starts growing, and maybe it grows and it moves. So maybe that's something that we can do. And also I was thinking, like when I started putting it together, I was like, oh, everything is on top of each other. But I was like, oh my God, this is messy. This is not cool. So I think one of the first steps, by the way, we're going to just jump after we kind of like it. We're just going to jump into Webflow and we're going to start putting it together because that's how we roll, baby. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to do is just like separate this because like once I started putting this together, I started realizing like, yo, how am I even going to put this together? It's going to be a mess because like it's going to be not really easy to see when does Capricorn end and when does Aries end. So we need like a little bit of white space. Although in this particular page is going to be like a black space, right? Because it's all black. Ha 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 ha. I made a joke. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that. And by the way, check out these backgrounds. It's from a illustration collection that I made on Blush, and they're available on Blush. So all of this stuff is vectors, and I can change the color of it, and we can go ahead and change it to something. But all of these are coming from Blush. If I were to change it, see how it says edit with Blush, and this opens the plugin with Blush, and it allows me to change it to any of these doodles. Right now they're black, so I have to change the color again. And you're going to see that, let's change it to this one. Let's change it to white. You change to white. And see how like all of these are vector based, and I'm using Blush to change these. And it's an app that some friends and I we built, and a lot of artists have created different collections for it. So I recommend it if you're looking for doodles and stuff. I highly recommend using it. And this one that is called just the squiggles, it's just like, I feel like it's really useful because you can use it for backgrounds, for textures. And since it's just like so abstract, like you can use it on almost on anything, I think. I mean, not on anything, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, let me pin it to the top left because I want to grow this. Okay, so what we want to do is add a little bit of white space, okay, between the sections. Yeah, that's going to be much better, just white space, and that way when you're scrolling, okay, Capricorn ended. A little bit of relief in my eyes, and now Aries starts. Aries ended, and now, my eyes get some eye bleach, and now I can read the next one. So I think that's what's going to be, a little bit of white space. And actually, that's also going to be easier to build because I started putting together these things, and I was like, how am I going to do this? And I suppose we need to create a section, like a box for each one of these. And then in the box, we need to add some backgrounds. So this is going to be a background. This is going to be a background. And we're just going to absolute position them and in one section. So this section is going to be like that. And maybe, anyway, we'll figure it out in Webflow. But something like this. And this is going to be, now that we have some white space, that's going to be a little bit easier to build. See, because like each section is going to be its own thing. Yeah, even if I zoom out, you see how it's better, it's more readable. This one is just such a mess. I mean, it's already, the intention was to make a mess. Just like, planets and space and squiggles. But now, at least, I don't know. It even looks like a galaxy or something, like a milky, like stars. Maybe I'm seeing too much. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do this. So I already put together a project on Webflow. It's called Pablito Planeta, but we're going to start from scratch. So I'm just going to go to the designer. It's just like, it's a blank project. Let's go to the learn sketch watching you. So like Twitch for adults. I'm a digital designer from Chile. Ooh, would you be adding a nap bar? Oh, crap. Yeah, we should be adding a nap bar. Yeah, let's add a nap bar. That's a great idea, Nelson. I actually laughed at the joke. Oh, okay, thank you. Love this. Thanks for live streaming this. Yeah, I'm going to start like doing more of this. It's not really, there's no agenda. It's just like, hey, let's just create. I need to work. We're not gonna finish, I'm sure. But it's just you, maybe instead of watching a Netflix show, you're here with me and we're learning together. Okay, cool. So the first thing is What should be the first thing? Oh, yeah. By the way, all this data, all the data that we're going to use, I have it in this Notion page. So when I was creating all the videos, I actually I created this Notion table just to help me organize all the things because I wanted to know what the font was going to be, the color, the amulet, all the stuff. And I also, when I was writing the scripts, I wanted to know what were the strengths and the opportunities of each of the signs. So I created this table. And when we're going to be doing this, I was thinking that all of this could be filled by a CMS, by Webflow CMS. So I can, instead of writing it all over again, I can just export this as a, how am I going to export this? Yeah. So here on Notion, and even this is Notion, but you can use also a Google Sheet. You can export this as a CSV, and I'm going to, Markdown. You can export it PDF, HTML, but what do we want? It's a CSV. What would happen with HTML? Well, anyway, CSV, that's what we want. So I export this, and let's put it as Pablito Planeta data. There you go, baby. Let's go to our downloads. Oh, you're going to see my downloads. That's a little bit scary. I don't know if I want you to see my downloads. That's so weird, right? There you go. We have a CSV there. I think that should be enough. Now let's go. We're going to be using the CSV later, so don't worry about that. I just wanted to do that. So first of all, I think we want to change some of the colors, the basic colors of our body, of a body. Our background should be black, and our fonts should be white, right? So all I did was just on the basic project, I just select body here. I'm selecting the tag. I'm saying body of all the pages. And that way, this will be like the master colors of everything, that everything is going to have a background color of white, black, and also the typography, all the typefaces are going to be white. Now, I have 3 typefaces that I want to import. And let's just start doing it. Oh, and by the way, I already did some stuff over here about I started putting together some text styles. But once I put them together, I realized now in practice, I don't know if I was actually going to use them. So I might not use them, and I might just make them on the fly. So let's go ahead and the first thing, let's go to our project settings, and I'm going to import our font. So here on the project, I go to fonts, and here you can select Google fonts and import them into your project, but you can also upload your own custom fonts. So when I bought this font that I was telling you, this typeface, Sharp Grotesque, they give you all a bunch of files. All these files are for the web, except I bought the desktop version and the web version. And the web version uses specific, what do you call them? Specific file names, which is WOFF, WOFF2, WOFF, EOT. And I don't know if OTF should be there. Let's just put it, just in case. Let's not put TTF. TTF is for sure for desktop. And I'm pretty sure OTF too. Yeah, OTF should be. But I'm going to put it, just in case. I don't know. I don't know if any browser might need OTF. So I just select them, and I go ahead and say open. And then here on Webflow, it's uploading. And then here on the font family, you have to specify how you want to name your font family. Like you can name it whatever you want, but maybe I should call it Sharp Grotesque, and it already detects the weight, so that's good. And I want to make all of these the same family. That way I can just control the weight in all of them. So that way they're all the same family, and all I will be changing is the weight. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. And the cool thing is that it already see how it detected the font weight. and it's detecting that I have medium, light, and I'm pretty sure bold is detecting it over here. Yeah, bold. So all I have to do is just put them all as the same family. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, this is medium, medium. Did any of this was detected in a different way? No. Okay, medium, yeah, medium, bold. This is bold, yeah. So all of these files, some of them, like each weight, has 3 different files, but all of those 3 files are for the same font. It's just that for different browsers, they might need one of the files, but actually it loads one of them depending on the browser. Okay, but it's the same. So I'm just going to be pressing each one of these. When you press it, it looks like nothing happens. So Webflow, if you're listening, this looks like nothing happened. I know that something happened, but it almost like needs an animation that makes you understand that it moves. But like this has happened, was like, hey, I keep pressing it and nothing happens. But no, like if you see the name here on the left, you're going to see that it's updating. And I'm just like, see, they're all updated. Now I have all of these. They all look the same. What the hell? Hopefully, it's, I don't know. I want to think that they're fine. What the hell? They all look the same. Why do they all look the same? Light. Well, that's the thing. I cannot see it. I don't know. Let's refresh it. Maybe once I refresh it. Yeah, there you go. So, I don't know. We'll see. Uh, let's go back to the center and see if that actually, if something is going on. Let's actually put a heading. Maybe it didn't work, and let's put. Actually, let's go ahead and change the body to sharp a grotesque. A sharp. Maybe I did something wrong, and then I'm going to select light as my main. Yeah, okay. And then what if I make this light? Oh yeah. No. It's working. Yeah, no, it is working, my friends. Okay, sorry, I was a little bit scared there. Okay, cool. So we have Sharp Grotesque as our default font. Now I want to, let's just start designing this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. So we have Pablito Planeta, design astrologist. Then I'm going to put all the different little, what do you call this? The different signs. Actually, I haven't even designed anything. You're like, Pablo, you haven't done anything. What have you been doing? It's just that I like preparing before I actually design anything. So I'm going to import my CMS collection. I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to create a collection. So, oh man, you're seeing the boring part, but it's okay. Let's create a collection. We have a name. Let's add a new field. And this field is going to be nickname. So it's just going to be a text one, nickname. Let's save the field. Let's do another one, element. So let's add a field and let's select, what should be this? This should be a select one. Let's see if, it should be a select one, option. So element, and then I'm going to add the options, and the options are earth, air, water, and fire. Earth, yo, what the hell? Earth, add an option, water, fire. Oh, that was not earth. Apparently that was just the help text. I'm an idiot. And air, yo, cancel, and an option, air. So save field, there you go. What else do we have? Color. This color. So color hex. I'm just going to save it, and I'm going to add another one that is called plain text, and it's called color text. because we have the name of the color, but we can also add a hex number. And that color hex is going to be useful when we actually design this thing. How bored are you by now? I'm pretty sure you're really bored. So font description. Yeah, font description name. That's just text. And let's add another one that is called, no, hold on, sorry. Yeah, exit. No! Yeah, oh my God. Oh my God. I thought something had happened. Font URL. That's going to be the URL for the Google font. What else? Google font, the description. Descripción. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to say that no. Oh man, description, but man, no, I don't want it. Delete. That is so weird. If I press cancel, it wants to close the whole thing. And I was like, no, don't close the whole thing. Webflow, why are you doing that? I just want to cancel that thing. Sometimes Webflow does some crazy stuff. But it keeps you alive, you know? It keeps you there. It keeps you connected. Because it cannot just be too easy. It cannot just be then what's the deal? You know? Strength. Oh my God, how bored are you already? Strength. Let's add another plain text, and this is opportunities. Opportunities. I'm sure I'm writing all of this stuff wrong. Let's add another one. Video, YouTube video URL. This one is going to be a link. YouTube video. Because I already uploaded the videos, by the way. They're in my channel. and I think that's it. Oh, this should be strength. There you go. Save field. I think that's it. Oh, did we add description? Yeah. So we want to call this signs. Create collection. Boom, baby. We did it. So now let's import. So we have a collection, but it doesn't have anything, right? So we want to import and we want to drag a CSV. And that CSV is on our downloads, and it's this one. Hopefully it works. Yes, this is a header. Boom. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, it already selected some of them. That's pretty nice. Element, map to existing field. Element, that's nice. Thank you so much. Amulet. Huh. Create, oh, I didn't create a field for amulet. So let's put it as plain text. Amuleto. There you go. Let's color, I think map to existing field, and I think this is color text. There you go, baby. Typeface, I think map to an existing field. What do we call it? Font description, yeah. Google font URL, map to existing field, and I think it was font URL. There you go. What else? Description, there you go. Beautiful. Strength. Oh, so if you have the same name, Webflow automatically maps them. That's pretty cool. See, sometimes Webflow does good things. I'm pretty sure someone from Webflow is watching right now. It's just like, we do all the good things, Pablo. You do. Import 12 signs. Do a little dance while it's importing. Put on your sunglasses and celebrate, baby. Close. I know all of this so far. When are you gonna get to the sign, Pablo? When are you gonna do it? You haven't done anything but tables. This is boring. But it's really exciting because once you have this set up, then designing is easy, baby. Okay, let's do the first thing. Okay, now we're going to decide. Let's do the first thing. I just put Pablito Planeta, big, gigantic font. And then let's just start putting the actual categories. We're going to add that. That's pretty nice, right? which is pretty nice. Let's put a section. That's the first thing. Let's put a container, I guess. Now let's put a div. Let's put a div inside that section. In that first section, let's see where we're at. That first section, let's say that it's a height. I don't know if I want it. I usually go with 100 VH, like a vertical or whatever it's called. But no, I'm going to actually add it with padding. So let's add inside our div block, let's add our heading, our H1, and it's going to say Pablito. And let's duplicate it, Command C. Let's call it Planeta. So we're starting to see that this thing is adding some stuff that we don't want. For example, the heading by default has 20 pixels of margin on the top and 10 pixels of margin on the bottom. Let's remove that. We can add it later if we need it. So far, that's it. So what's the size of this font? Damn, it's big. It's 112 pixels. So all this is going to be a hero heading. By the way, I'm pretty sure that this might not be as readable. I'm going to have to, that is not, since this, I put it in a, I'm worried that this is not going to be readable by a screen reader because I'm separating the H1s into two different fields. I'll try to fix it later. So far, right now, let's try to put it in two different fields. And then the height of this, let's put it 1 EM. And, yeah, this one is 1 EM. There you go. And then we can delete this one. Oh, no, sorry. This one is hero heading. Let's call this hero heading 2. Hero heading. Let's remove, clean up the stuff. There you go. Okay, so far it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's Command C, Command V. It's just that why are you putting two different H1s? Because I want to create this effect where they're kind of offset. And honestly, I don't know how to do it in a way that is not by separating both of these things. I might have to actually not turn them into H1s and just like normal text, and then put an H1 that is readable by a screen reader in a separate field. Yeah, I'll have to do that later. But right now, let's just focus on this. And design astrologist. Let's remove this thing, and I think I'm going to change this to be an H2. And I think I wanna make it a lightweight. And this one was what? 52. This one is already, let's put it at 48. I don't know if I'm liking the 52. Yeah, 48 is pretty good. It looks even bolder. So weird, huh? Sometimes some things look different. Let's put 1.1 EM. There you go, around there. Okay, so it's starting to look okay, but not great. Is there any way to pin this stuff? Yo, pin it. I want it to always be there. Okay, cool. First thing is I'm going to add to this section, I'm going to turn it into a Flexbox. And now that it's a Flexbox, I'm going to center the elements. See, now it is a little bit like this, right? Where the content is centered. And now I want to add a little bit of like padding, I guess, to the left of Planeta, and maybe negative margin on Pablito. That way it's a little bit to the left, and Planeta, maybe Planeta, there's no padding or margin, but Pablito has some negative margin, and the Design Astrologist has a positive margin on the left. And that way there will be offset, yeah? Because right now they're just like this, and this does not look that great. So, by the way, let's add some padding here so it's not as close. Let's add, what do you say? 120? Yeah, 120, that's okay. 120, let's go ahead. And this one is the one, both of these are hero heading, but this one is like, let's call it top. And the top one, let's add a negative margin. There you go, baby. See? Now add some negative margin. This one, and this one is going to be called, let's call it subtitle. And let's put some positive margin on the left. Not exactly. Let's put 80. And you know what? Something's going on here. It's see how these two are just like really tight. So I'm going to say that the EM, I'm going to go ahead and going to put point, hold on. No, I'm going to put it here. I should select this class, the hero heading, and I'm going to select 0.9. Now it's a little bit tighter. I know, maybe it's too tight. But you don't get to judge me, okay? Let's go ahead and this should be all H2 headings. Let's remove this 0 here and 0 here. I don't need you, my friend. And now it's too tight. And this one is really, really tight. So let's go ahead and select the subtitle one. And let's put 88. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better, I think. How bored are you? You're like, Pablo, if I was going to have fun, but you don't know what you're doing. You're just like messing with numbers. And isn't the sign that? Okay, let's change the EM of this. I think we can go to 1.4. I like this. I'm liking it. Look at this. It's going to look a little bit more like this. Let's go ahead and look at this one. It's actually, now it looks even better here. I like it better here than I like it in my Figma design. Well, the Figma design was kind of crappy. I just put it together really quickly. I think I'm liking this. Now I'm going to add a new section in which, what should I do? What should I do? I was going to add these buttons, but I mean, the easy way to add them would be with a CMS, but I want people to click on Gemini and scroll down to whatever Gemini is. But I don't know if I can do that with a CMS. I can fill the text, but I don't know if I can actually add specific links. Let's try it out. So let's try it out. Let's see what, let's add another div. Let's add another div block. And this one should be vertical. Vertical. And on this new div block, let's add a collection. A collection list. And obviously it's going to be the one that we just created, is designs. And we're going to say that it adds a button. Let's add a button on each one of these. And let's create a button that has a black background. And it has, by the way, let's add a black or on black. That is just black. And let's add our own white. What do you say? Boom. We're so original. Anyway, let's put a black background. Let's add a border, a solid border. And let's make the border white. Boom. And let's change the text of this. Get text from name. And there you go. See? Now we have all the different signs. And I wanted it to be a little bit wacky. Just like one of them up, one of them down. I don't know if I will be able to do that. I think if I make this a grade, I should be able to do that actually. Let's try to go ahead. No, I don't want it to be a grid. I want it to be a Flexbox. Let's do it a Flexbox. No, 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 not on the item. Sorry, I'm making a mess. It's on the list. The list should be a Flexbox. Okay, let's make a grid out of the Flex. When things work, you just gotta dance because you gotta celebrate. You know what I mean? There you go. So we're putting 6 columns, and on 6 columns and 2 rows, and that's going to make a grid of because it's 12 signs. I don't know if you know this, but astrologers believe that it's 12 signs. And let's go ahead and say that they're all centered. Center, center. That looks like crap. Maybe I can do it this way so they fill. Yo, why are you not filling, my friend? Why are you not filling the container? Collection item, I'm going to say that it fills the container, and it's not filling it. Maybe the button should fill it. As you can see, sometimes I get confused. Edit parent grid. This should be filling everything. No? Am I wrong on this, assuming this? I guess I am. I can say that this place is a block and then that it centers the text. That could be it. Yeah, I suppose I can just fix it that way. I wanted to do it with the grid, but I couldn't find how to do it on the grid because I thought that by aligning it and saying that it just like expands, justify items to a stretch, I thought the items were going to stretch, but they didn't. Because this one is set to stretch, and I had to also make this one set to like turn it into a block element instead of a text block. Anyway, okay, cool, we got it. It's working. Kind of. Now, actually, I do want to some of these make them. Some of them, I want to see if I can make them, what do you call it, misaligned. And this one is going to have, no, it applies to everything. God damn it. Reset. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to create this effect. I'm pretty sure that there's a way to just like one is up, one is down, one is up, one is down, one is up, one is down. But let's just create a grid for now, okay? I'll ask the Webflow people how to do that later. They're going to help me, I'm sure. Okay, so let's add some padding, baby. Let's put some 24 pixels here on the top and on the bottom, just to create a little bit of spacing. And let's preview it. And we preview it, and there's no hover effect on these. There should be some hover effect, don't you think? So let's go ahead and add on this button. Let's call it, yeah, whatever. Let's call it button for now. And let's say that on hover, it does something. And I think we could make it pretty easily, just like change, I don't know. Let's say that this is our, oh my God, look at that. Let's say that it's kind of a purplish, blurple. It's more purple, right? Let's add this color. Blue violet, I love that. Let's add blue violet, and let's say that, what should it do to, maybe the border also change the color? What if it just goes red? Like, boom, say goodbye to your eyes. And it goes with 2 pixels? No, that's too much. No, I don't think I'm liking the red. You know what? No. Not as a border. Let's use the blue violet as a border, so it just stays like that. But let's add a shadow. So on hover, there's going to be a little bit of shadow, baby. So let's add a box shadow, and this box shadow, we can make this box shadow like a purple, like a pink reddish. A little bit more like this. Let's add it to our color palette. Crimson. It's a nice color name. I'm colorblind, so I don't actually know what. I'm hoping it's red. So let's put it over here, and let's say that the distance is just like wild, baby. And let's remove that blur. We don't like the blurs. Like it's solid in your face. And yeah, I think yeah, I like it. That's good. Boom. Let's say 12 pixels. Now, 8 pixels was okay. 8 pixels. There you go. So now let's see what happens. Boom, 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 boom. It looks pretty 90s. What the hell are you doing? Yes. So now, what if we add a little bit of animation? We're in the money. So let's say that, no, not the section, but the button. The button, let's add a little bit of, let's add a transition. When we add a transition, we want to say that the box shadow, there's a transition, let's say 200, let's keep it at that. And let's also add a transition for the background color. Where is background color? There you go. 200. And also the border. I think we also changed the border, right? Border, baby. Boom. So now let's see it. Oh, yeah, boy. Boom. Now it's animating. But let's see that it moves too. We don't just want it to just like change. We want it to move. You know what? I was thinking maybe it should have a box shadow in the beginning too. It should have a box shadow. And the shadow should be 0. And it should be 225. I think it was the direction. And the distance should be 0. And the color should be the red, right? So now it will look like it moves. See? Oh my God! Boom, baby. See how it didn't, we had to have an initial state on our transition on the box shadow. It was like transparent. So like there was no movement of the box shadow. It was just like appearing and disappearing. What we wanted to do is just like actually move. Boom, baby, boom. And now let's add more. I want more. Let's go to the horror. And let's say that it has a 2D transformation. Let's say that it moves. What do you say if it moves? 1, 2, yo, what the hell? What am I doing? Oh man, I did something wrong. I selected the wrong thing. I selected the whole section. No, the button, Pablo. Yeah, I was a little bit like, why? Anyway, let's do a 2D transformation. Let's add another one that it moves. So it moves 1, 2, 3, 4, X, and then maybe minus 1, 2, 3, 4. So it moves up. Now let's test it. Well, it's jumping, and that's because we haven't added a transition for the movement. Let's add another transition for transform. Transformers. Ching, 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 ching. Yeah, it should be transform. There you go. So now let's see it. Oh. Let's put on our celebration sunglasses, baby. By the way, let me check on you. What the hell? Are you still there? Hold on. What the fuck went wrong with my emoji? Oh. Great minds think alike. What flow is so painful? Hey, no, it's not painful. It's good. Hey, Pablo, maybe with a single H1 place 2 spans instead. I like your thinking, Melanie. Yes, I love it. That's what I should do. Thank you, Melanie. What about wrapping both words inside a single H1, then adding a separate span? Of course. I'm an idiot. Thank you, all of you. Okay, cool. So thank you for being here. Let's continue. let's continue the process. Actually, let me go ahead and some of you suggested, what about wrapping word words and then separating with a span? Yes, that's what I should be doing. And let me go ahead and do that. Planeta. And let's go ahead and, is there any way? Wrap with a span. Boom, baby. And then this one is going to be, yeah, this one is top. And this one, how can I do that? How can I say this one turn into the same? This one should be heading, hero heading, and this should be, no. Okay, so this one, hero heading, no. So let me remove, I'm going to remove this class from this. And then this one is not, oh my God, I messed up. Pablito, let me just delete everything. Pablito Planeta. Pablito Planeta. And let's actually turn this one into a span. Boom. And then this one is going to be hero heading and then top. There you go. And now we can, and maybe we wanted to also display in a way that breaks. Yeah. See, that's why I brought you here, so you can help me. Thank you, Melanie. Melanie, I think that was you. Melanie and all the people that suggested using a span. You're great people. And why are we doing it this way? Because we wanted to keep everything in an H1, so a screen reader, for someone that reads the web with a screen reader, you will be able to still see it as one single H1 instead of like repeating as a different H1. Anyway, because that might be annoying for them. I can imagine. So, okay, let's start to look okay. So far, this button is amazing. You do agree with that, right? By the way, maybe we change, instead of light, let's say if we change it to medium. And is that too much? That's too much. That's too much, Pablo. Maybe that's it's 16 here. It's 16 here. And it's 8 pixels here and 8 pixels here. Yeah, let's leave it as is right now. I like it. I'm thinking, it's just that here things have this like stair design, like a little bit to the left, then lines, and then a little bit to the right. And seeing this that are just like a normal grid, it's just like, I don't want that. I think we can do better. So what if we do this? We go ahead and say, we limit this to only 6 items. Limit items to only show 6. We only show 6. Hear me out, my friends. Okay, we only show 6. We change this to only to edit the grid, so it only has 1 row. Bow. And now we duplicate this little guy. This is if Webflow is hearing. I want to click anywhere and say that it's done. I want it to behave like a modal. I'm clicking here. Oh, double click. Okay, next time I'll double click. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, Webflow. I love you. Let's keep it together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this little guy. And I'm going to say that I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this padding that I had added. and I'm going to add the padding in a separate place. So I'm going to copy, and inside this div, I'm going to paste. Boom. But this new collection is also limited to 6 items, but I'm going to start on the 7th one. And now let's add a little bit of padding around it. I think now we can say that it's 8 pixels, maybe. No, actually 12 pixels was good because once you add it, like 12 and 12 is 24. That's good. But this one, I'm going to add a subclass that is going to be row 2. And this one is going to just have 24 pixels to the right. Yeah? Is that all I wanted? That doesn't look good. Why is it ending like this? Come on. Oh, because I added to the item? Is that what I did? Why? What are you doing? Oh. Maybe. See, it's aligning. How can I do this? 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 I'll figure it out later. What I wanted is not, maybe it shouldn't be this. And let's reset it. And let's say this one that is row 2, let's add, usually this should be, let's add to this div block positioning that is relative. Let's actually add a relative position to everything. This one too, let's just add a relative position. And let's say that this one, the one that is the second line, what if we add an absolute position? Can we do that? Why don't we just go ahead and do that? Let's say that this is relative by default, this one. But this one that is like a second row, we can say is absolute. And once it's at, oh man. We can say there's like, no, I'm making a mess. And then I don't even know what I want. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing, but you try. And that's what we did today. All I wanted to do is having 2 rows like this, shift A. One, and then another one that was just a little bit off. That's all I wanted. And I couldn't figure out how. I'll figure it out later, okay? That's going to be for later. Let's not get stuck in this. Let's just start moving to the next thing. The next thing is going to be, well, adding a section that has background images, and it has a video link. This is supposed to be like, hey, you click it and then it plays the video. And then also it pulls the collection, all the information from the collection from one single element. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's try it out. So I'm going to add a new section. Section, boom. We add a section, and on this section, let's add a ton of padding. 120 should be good. Maybe more than 120, but we're going to see that later. Okay, 120, and then inside it, well, we want to add one div container, one div block. So what we want is this. It's going to be a section, this section. And inside the section, we have one div block that has these 2 things. So that's going to be like a Flexbox, okay? And then this one is going to be a collection. And this collection is going to be pulling data from our CMS, but it's just going to be pulling one single one, the one from Capricorn. And then this one is going to be also be, I think we can do it also with a collection, and it's pulling data that all it does is pulls the YouTube URL, I think. And then maybe later I can also pull the image, the Capricorn image, because each one of them should have an image. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, first of all, let's add a div block. We already, this is section 2. Ooh, no. pin. Section 2, we add a div block, and on this div block, yo, pin, my friend, get pinned, thank you. Okay, and this div block, we're going to add, we need 2 more div blocks inside of this div block. So let's add 1 more block. So this block is going to be the one that has all this data, okay? And actually, maybe this one should be a collection list, and that will be working as a block. And then I'm going to be pulling the signs. And now that I'm pulling the sign, I wanted to limit it to only 1 item, or maybe a filter it. Yeah, filter it where the name equals Capricorn. Save, and then, ooh, there's no, wow, okay, what the hell? I suppose I don't have Capricorn where name equals, maybe it's with a capital. There you go. It's with a capital. So capital letters. It's case sensitive. Okay, so it's only now what I did is I'm still pulling the collection, but I only pulled. Let's delete this block. I only pull 1 sign, which is Capricorn, because I added the filter. That's what we did here. Okay, and that's why you only see 1. If I were to delete this filter, see, all the 12 signs will be there. But I don't want to do that. I want to actually only load Capricorn. Okay, now that we have Capricornio, now we can start adding our data. And the first thing is, well, we need to put the name. So let's put a heading. And let's get the text from the name. Boom. And we want rich text. And let's get the text from the description. Boom, baby. And let's add another one. Another one is going to be, well, this one is actually going to be, how are we going to do it? Well, paragraph. Is that how I'm going to do it? Or text block? Let's try a text block. I want to do the amulet, but see how amulet, this is not part of the CMS. This is just a fixed text, and then this is part of the CMS. So I want to add, I could do it 2 ways, where I want to see if I can just do it in 1 single text block, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to do it. Or if not, I will have to put 2 text boxes, one that is, and then put a flex box around them so they're next to each other. And then this one is going to be pulled by the CMS, and this one is just going to be a fixed text. That's what I'm going to do. So let's try it out, baby. Amuleto, amulet, and yeah, that's hello. Let's see if I were to change this to a span, could I? No, it has to be a different. No. If I select the text span and I want to delete the text span, it deletes the whole thing. And that's unexpected. So what if I delete from here? Ooh, no, the same. Sorry about that. I'm just like testing this thing. Let's say that no. So I only need this amulet, and let's add another one. Command C, Command V. Command C, Command V. Is this just like, no, don't create a span, dude. Oh, man. No, stop it. Stop adding text spans. Okay, Command C, Command V. There you go. And this one is going to be pulling the text from amulet. Amuleto. There you go. And we have to create a div block. And this div block is going to be containing these 2 next to each other. There you go. Let's put in a Flexbox, and let's add a space here. There you go. Oh, you don't like my space. Dude, what the hell? Oh man. Oh man. Okay, let's keep it as that. Let's add another one. Command C, Command V, and then by the way, this one should be bold. Let's change it to medium, and let's delete this. Command C, Command V, and let's change that this text is what is this? The color. So color text, and then this one should say color. Wow, how bored are you, my friends? Let's actually give it some style because this is looking like poop. Like poop, I tell you, Pablo. So let's say that this has a max weight of what? Maybe a max weight of, well, let's see your design. What the hell am I doing? 620. Max weight of 620. There you go. Let's put this in the center. Let's put a Flexbox around this. Actually, let's see. Do we need that? I think we can use this section. Let's try to use section as our main way of putting this together. There you go. We're just reusing the same thing that we use over here. Okay, Capricornio. Let's on this dip block, maybe this one. I want to add a little bit of padding. Maybe 40 pixels, and let's add a border. Bow, ba-bow, ba-ba-bow, ba-ba-bow, bow, bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. That's what we're doing over here, right? We need to add a little bit of spacing here, and that's going to be just adding a divider. So let's add a dip block, and let's add a background that is white, a white background, and let's say that this thing has a height of 4 pixels. There you go. Yes. And let's add some padding around it. What do you say? Let's call this divider, by the way. Rename to divider. Boom. And let's add some padding. Oh, no. I guess padding is not what we want. What we want is margin. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get them confused. I don't know which one is which. So, okay, so we have our divider. Let's add another divider here. There you go. I think it's a little bit too much, huh? It's 4 pixels, and it's 4 pixels here. Let's keep it as 4 pixels. That's what our design said, so I guess we should trust the design. 4 pixels. The spacing between the letters is just a little bit too tight, I think. But also, it's not really the size that we're using. So the size is 24. We actually want to go to, or let's remove this. Let's go to our body, and let's change the body size. And let's change it to be 24. Wow, everything is too big, Pablo. Let's put 1.6 EM. Boom. That's too big. Let's put 22. 22 is looking a little bit better. Yeah. And 1.6 EM. Let's put 1.7. Let's go crazy. Now, 1.6 was good. If not, it's not as readable. It's not as legible. So, but these buttons, I think they are too much. Too much. So instead of 22, let's say that they are, instead of 1 EM, let's put 0.75 EM. What is that, Pablo? Trust me, my friends. Trust me. 1.5 EM. Let's just keep it like that. There you go. Yeah. I'm liking it. Yeah. Convincing myself that I like it. By the way, we should be adding some padding around this little guy, around this block. Let's call it rename to buttons. Sign buttons. Yeah, I guess. I'm the worst at naming stuff. Don't judge me. Let's add some 24 pixels here. Spacing. There you go. Now it has a little bit more spacing here. And it looks nice. Let's go back here. And pero mi amor, I'm gonna have to edit this later. This text is not great. But the cool thing, see how over here I wanted to add some text that was bold and some spacing and I don't know, some stuff is going on here, but that was only available if it was sorry, my mind is drifting there. If it was a rich text, so but we can only edit this on the editor, but we're gonna do that later. Chivito, design is so easy for you because you're a hard worker. Yeah, the text is not great. I'm gonna have to edit that text. Okay, that's later. It's okay. Let's put this one, let's add a little bit of padding on the right. Let's add 16 pixels. Now 8 pixels. So there's a spacing between this and this. And this one is going to be, just call it label. My names are the words, don't tell anyone. And this heading is going to say, actually, let's say that all H2 headings, you're going to hate me for what I'm about to do, but I'm going to say that there's no capital letters. I'm changing the capitalized to be always small. And I'm actually going to change them to be, what is the size of this little guy? Is, wow, how do I get to the size? 72, that's a lot, man. Really, 72? Let's try it out. H2, let's go and change it to 72. Whoa, baby. It actually looks kind of cool. But actually, you know what? I'm going to say 2 EM. What do you say about that? 2, let's say 3 EM. It's almost like 72. And let's put 1.5 EM. That's too much. Let's change it to 1.2. 1.2. That's good. Cool. Starting to like it. Wow. This is all we have? Wow. Now, it's good. Let's celebrate. Hold on. Let's see. Hey, Pablo, maybe we didn't single. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Gotta go. This is amazing. Hey, Pablo, why aren't you recording a 1080 resolution? I don't know. I thought it was. Am I not? I'm live streaming, and then here on the live stream. Is there any way to edit that? I don't know. I'm new to this. I'm sorry. I don't think I can change it anymore. Next time, okay? I'm sorry. I wish I was saving it as 1080. Anyway, cool. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to call it a night. Let's add another one. Let's add this thing. And this thing is just going to be an image for now. Let's add this. Let's add some images. And let's duplicate it. And let's add Arial. Arias. Okay, my friends? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to just like export this. I'm going to export the image as a PNG. By the way, hold on. Maybe this shouldn't have that effect because I applied an effect that removed the saturation. Let's export it with colors, okay? And maybe we can make it black and white. And when you hover, it changes to color. Oh my God. Let's export this little guy. And you're going to realize that I don't have a project for this. Pablito Planeta. Let's add a new website. And let's add this one. It's called Capricorn. And let's add, let's add images. And let's call Capricorn video Capricorn. Boom. It's 400 by 400. We like it. And let's import over here on our assets. By the way, thank you everyone for being here. You're so cool that you're here. You're learning with me. Hopefully, you're doing something useful also while we're doing here. Hopefully, you're learning. Uh, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes some people like to have something in the background playing. It can be that you're doing that, and that's okay. That would be nice. That you just like have me in the background talking like a crazy person, like a maniac. Okay, cool. So let's add this little guy somewhere here. So we have, how should we do this? Actually, I want to add it here inside this div block. Boom. And then this div block should be, wow, okay, great. Look at that, finished. Let's remove this one over here. Let's div block. Let's make it not stretch but be centered. There you go. That's what is going on. Let's call this. Rename it to what? What are we calling this? Sign block. Sign block. Wow. Very good, Pablo. See, your naming conventions are amazing, Pablo. You surprise me, Pablo. Okay, let's go ahead and what's going on? Let's make this a little bit bigger. Do you think? Don't you think? Let's say that this one is 496. Let's go 420, baby. Let's go 420. The width of this container. I added another div, by the way. Let me explain what the hell is going on here. Like, blah, 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 a little bit lost. So we have this section, right? That is containing, that is going to have our background images and is going to be containing our little things here. Yeah. And it's also going to, but this thing should be its own container. And its own container has the collection thing and then it has the image thing. Yeah. So I had to create one block inside the section. And this block has two more blocks, one that is the collection and one that is going to be the image one. And this one, since it's an image, sometimes the image is just like a scale down or scale up depending on the size of the container. But if we make the container, we can say that this one is 420 and now suddenly it's not doing it. I don't know. Why are you not doing what I want you to do? Oh, no. I added a max width to this. That was not the case. That's not what I wanted. The max width, that's why I was doing that weird thing. I was like, what the hell is going on? The max width should have been applied to this one. This should be a max width of 420. No, 620. That's what it was. 620. There you go. Sometimes if things are not working as you want them to work, maybe it's because you're doing things the wrong way. Just maybe. That's just my theory. That maybe you're doing it wrong. Let's add a border on this one. And wow, those borders. I just went crazy with my borders. I think it was 8 pixels on my border. Yeah. 8 pixels. Let's add a background that is black. Boom. And let's add some padding, baby. Some padding. Some padding. Some padding. Some padding. Some padding. Some padding. Video container. Video container. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to go ahead and do something crazy, my friends. I keep saying that I'm going to do something crazy and then I don't. I try doing the crazy thing and then I realize like, oh no, I couldn't do the crazy things, my friends. I guess it's back to not doing it so crazy and just doing it the normal way. So what I'm going to do is just like add some margin and that will like off center it. You see? Crazy stuff. I'm just like trying to see if this is what I want. I'm going to commit. I commit now and I change it later. That's what we do. That's how we roll here. By the way, this is too white. What's the size of this text? This text is 24. That cannot be 24. No, what the hell? It's 20. And this one is what? 22? No. Let's go back to the butty. And let's change the butty to be 20. There you go. It's a little bit better. It was a little bit too big. And now let's see how we do. Yeah, this is looking a little bit nicer. I don't know about you, but I think it's looking nicer. Yeah. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking this is starting to look good. Let's add another divider. Command C, Command V. Let's put it over here. Oh man. Oh man. No. Oh no. It should be here. Yeah, there you go. And I feel like this divider needs a little more spacing. Let's put a little bit more spacing. Let's put 24. There you go. More white space. So things just breathe and feel nicer. Let's look back at our design. So our design looks a little bit nicer. Why? Because it has more stuff. We need to add more stuff for it to look a little bit more like our design. So Command V, Command V. Let's add the Google font. The Google font. Google font. And let's say that this one is grabbing the text from, oh man, sometimes, I don't know what to do. Font description, there you go. The Jolly Grotesque Chivo. And what else is here? We like it. We're liking this. And I think this should have a little bit of padding. 4 pixels. Let's see. Maybe that's too much. No, that's enough spacing. We can change it later. Always go back and say, we can change this later. It's okay. And let's call this metadata. Let's command it. Let's paste it here. Command B. Let's another one. And this one is going to be strengths. Strengths. Oh man, I don't know how to write. Strengths, and then the text from this one was going to be strengths. There you go. Oh man, I'm getting tired. What about you guys? This one is going to be called opportunities, which is a nice way of saying stuff that you need to fix. Stuff that you're doing wrong. Stop being like this. There you go. I don't like that it's going into 2. Oh my God. I don't like it at all. We can do it later. We can fix it later. And we have to fix it on the actual CMS because there's no way for me to actually edit this text. I'll have to go to the CMS and edit it. Okay, cool. This is starting to look closer to the design. Now I don't know if I like the design, to be honest. That's what happens when you look at it for too long. You start like, ugh, did I actually want that? But let's commit, okay, my friends? Let's bring it home. So we have 3 images here. We have these 3 images that they were created with blush. I'm going to duplicate them over here. I'm going to press Shift A just so they are a little bit organized. I'm going to let's change this color to this one. I don't know. Let's use a color around here. What do you say? Hope you like it. So now I'm going to rename this to Doodle. and then give them some numbers. There you go. Boom. And I'm going to export them as SVGs. And let's export them to our folder. And let's go over to our assets. Let's create a new folder that is called doodles. Here on the assets, you can create now folders, which is pretty nice because it used to be a mess. It used to be a mess to manage your images on Webflow. But now you get folders. You get to be a little bit more organized. And apparently it's not respecting me to add these images, saying, what the hell? Upload. Oh, I have to press upload? I guess I have to press upload. Yeah, that's how we roll. Yo, no, that's not what I wanted. These are the images that I use for the videos, and that's not what we want today. This is what we want today. Boom, baby. Okay, so now let's start putting those images, and those images are totally going to be absolute position. I was trying to do something with absolute position before, and it failed. I made a mess. Now this one is going to be top right, maybe top bottom left, and bottom right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, sometimes you might think Pablo, I think Pablo is broken, but it's just like, you're trying to process what you're going to do in your head before you actually do it. So let's go ahead and on the section, let's bring some images. Yo, what the hell? Yeah, there you go. And let's choose the image and let's choose this one, which I think is the one that we have put. And let's call this top image, background top right, because we might use this class again. And now what we're going to do is going to give it an absolute position, and we're going to position it on the top right. And we're going to change the index to be -1, maybe -2. Why not? Might as well. Boom. Yeah, boy. Top right. Let's add another image. What do you say? Let's add imagen. And let's choose, which one was the one there? This one that is, I don't know what this one was called. Doesn't matter. What is it called? Doodle 2. I suppose the other one was called Doodle 3. Choose image. We need the Doodle 2. Tú y yo. And let's call this bottom left image. Hold on. Background. Bottom. Maybe it's BL. What do you think? Yeah, bottom left. That will be easier. And maybe this one should be BG renamed to top right. TR. Boom. And I'm liking this. I'm actually going to, I deserve to wear a cap. Big boy cap. I think this cap is the opposite of a big boy. It's like me trying to look. Have you ever seen that meme from Steve Buscemi? Where Steve Buscemi has a skateboard. It's from 30 Rock, the show 30 Rock. And it's like, hello, fellow kids. And it's like Steve Buscemi trying to convince other teenagers that he's a teenager like them. How do you do, fellow kids? Or something he says like that. Anyway, let's change this to -2 and let's put it on the bottom left. There you go. And why are you not changing your position? Oh, we didn't add a background color to this one. If it's transparent, then it's not gonna work. There you go. Oh man, this is looking nice. I'm really liking this. I don't know about you, but I like it. Let's add another one. Last image. Imagen. Imagen is imagen 3. And let's do it again. BG bottom right. BR. Boom. And then let's say it's also absolute position. Yo, where is it? Position absoluto. Bottom right. There you go. And let's change the index. -2. And that's how we do it. I don't think that's how it looked in the design. Is that how it looked in the design? Yeah, that's how it looked in the design. I just did a cheaty design. That's what I did. Okay. Well, okay, it started to look okay, I think. Now let's duplicate it. Let's duplicate this section, the whole section, the whole thing. And now in this section, let's try to the opposite where it's areas that is pulling the information from areas, okay? And number one thing that we're going to do is change the position of these little guys. There you go. And this video container, if it is on the left, let's say that there's 0 margin here, and let's negative margin here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. There you go. And just like that. And now that we did that, I think this should be this video container should have relative position, and it should be index +2. Okay, that way it's always guaranteeing that it's always on the top. Okay, now let's go ahead and change the settings of this to be Aries. Okay, so now we're going to be here, and the name, instead of being Capricorn, we're going to say is Aries. Let's see if it changes. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Come on. You have to admit that. You have to admit that. And what's going on here? Yeah. I guess when something doesn't fit, it just like does that. You know what it was doing? It was like breaking this into 2 lines, and we don't want this to be broken into 2 lines. So no, actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and no, let me remove this. And then I'm going to say that this never, no. There you go. And we're going to say that this aligns to the top. There you go. Now it looks good. Okay, I mean, not great, because I still don't want it to break into 2 lines, this thing, but it's a little bit better. Something that we could do so it doesn't break into 2 lines is, by the way, why is this called collection list wrapper? Let's call it sign card. Okay, the sign card. We could make it a little bit bigger. Instead of 620, we could say 640. Maybe that will help, so it doesn't break into 2 lines. No, it still breaks into 2 lines. What the hell? Just the text is too long, I guess. 680. Now it's too long. It's okay. It's okay, Pablo. Just let it be. Yeah, actually it looks nicer. Yeah, it looks nicer. I'm liking it more. Okay, cool. So, okay, see that? See what we just did? We just duplicated this. We changed, since we had to do all the work on this one. But now on this one, all we have to do is just change the filter for it to be Aries. And now we have this, so now I have to do this only 10 more times. And it's going to be fine. No, but actually, this is you're saving yourself a lot of work. You don't have to this is control in a totally different place. If you want to invite someone to help you actually edit this, or if you want to edit it in a different place and actually go into the design and edit it, now you can do that. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to convince myself that everything's okay. Hopefully, I convince you. Okay, I'm liking this. I think now, next thing that we want to do is add some gravitas to our design. One of the things is this little guy. I really want this. I want these two. So let's put them over here. Let's put them over here. And actually, I like this one better. And instead of this one, let's put it over here. Let's, what were these called? Doodle. So let's rename these again. Shift A. Command Shift G. And let's rename this to Doodle. And I think it was like this. So this should be 4. Nope, it was the opposite. Command R, Doodle, and then below. There you go. So this should be 4, and this should be 5. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to export these as SVGs as we had done before. Let's export those doodles, and now we can place them over there. Oh man, I'm tired. I have to tell you, I'm a little bit tired. It's one of those side projects that is like, I want to stop. I want to go watch TV. But no, we commit to this. What the hell? Why can't I just drag and drop? I have to upload. When you expect everything to work as you want. It doesn't do what I want. It doesn't work. I'm so spoiled. I am so spoiled. Doesn't do what I want exactly as I want it. It doesn't work. Such a spoiled brat. That's what I am. Let's see how this one I made a little bit lower. Why not? Let's just try to do that. And let's do an emphasis on this one. Maybe it should always be minus 24 here too. There you go. So it's minus 24 and minus 24. But this one is going to say that it's lower. There you go. And now we're going to add 96. So now it's going, wow, that's not enough. We want it lower. Yeah, 680, baby. That's so crazy. Crazy. And this one has a different kind of outline. Dashed. Let's call it dashed, and let's see if, can we change this to be a dashed outline? Yeah, here it is. How do you control this? I don't even know how you control this. How? Is there any way I can control the spacing between the dashes? I don't see a way to do that. I want to. But okay, let's just keep it like that. Bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Ni hablar, mujer. Ta 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 ta. Ti 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 ti. Ti 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 ti. Es el puñal Que sentirá en tu corazón. I actually don't know the lyrics. That's a song from Café Tacuba. You ever hear? It's one of Mexican rock bands, classic Mexican rock band. You know what? I have to say this, my friends. I don't think I like this. I don't think I like it that big. I don't think I like it that wide. I want it to be tighter. So I'm gonna go back to say no. That doesn't matter if it breaks. I don't care. This is better. Easier to read, I think. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it breaks sometimes, some stuff. This stuff, I'm going to have to fix it and make it read as a single line, but I'll do it later. Okay? I like this better. I was not a big fan of the super wide text. Okay, so we have this, and now we want to add, the last thing we're going to do is add this image, but let's add it to the center. What do you say? And this image, and let's change it. Replace the image to be this one. Here you go. And let's duplicate this class, and let's call it BG. Well, center. How do we call center? CT. Center. I'm going to call it center. And this one is just going to be in the center. Boom. No, that's not what I wanted. I want it to be auto here, then auto here, and then auto here. There you go. And now it's centered. Maybe a little bit less here. Well, you want it auto or not, Pablo? 50%? What happens if it's 50%? Not exactly what I wanted. 30%? Now let's do auto. Auto, it's center. Okay, cool. So we have all this stuff, and to be honest, I'm tired. So I think I'm going to stop now. But I wanted to add some animations before we go. I want to, like, something that I wanted this, you've seen that things are overlapping. And my idea was that these things are controlled by parallax. So that's what would create that effect of images, of these blocks that are on top of each other. So, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, totally going to do it. So, let's try it out. Let's just try it out with this. First of all, one thing that I want to do. What's going on with this text span? Is this oh man. I don't know what I'm doing. This, I feel like this text span should be there, but if I delete it, it's going to be Planeta. It's going to remove it. You know what I'm trying to say? I want to delete. Deleted. I deleted the whole thing now. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. But something that I wanted to do is on the hero heading, I want to add a hover effect. So I want it to be on hover, very similar to the buttons, where it adds a shadow and it moves. So it adds a box shadow, where, I don't know if you saw this on the sign over here. It adds a blue box shadow. Boom, baby. A baby. And let's say that it goes over here to 25. The distance is, oh no. Oh, I'm adding a box shadow. I am dumb. It should be a text shadow. How can I add text shadow? Oh my God. How can I add a text shadow? I don't remember how to add a text shadow. I feel dumb. How do you add a text shadow? Yo. Okay. I guess it's a filter? No, it's not a filter. That will be dumb. Wow, I remember there's a way to add a text shadow. I guess I missed it. Where is the text shadows, my friend? Okay, somebody tell me where's the text shadow. How is blush going? Just do it. Alexa says, oh, you're not being crazy now. Under text. Okay. Under text, typography, more style options. Oh, okay. Here. This is kind of hidden. I was expecting it to be here with the effects. I'm wrong for thinking that way? Maybe I'm wrong. But okay. Text shadow. Let's put it to 25. Thank you so much for helping me, by the way. That was nice. And let's put a distance, a crazy distance, and let's remove the blur. Let's put, should be 16. Yeah, 16 should be enough. There you go. And that's the hover effect. And maybe we also wanted to transform where it moves 8 pixels. No, man. 8 pixels to the right and minus 8 pixels to the top. There you go. And now let's see what happens if we add a transition. We have to go to or none, and let's add a transition. And in this transition, let's add typography. Where is the text shadow? Oh man, text shadow. See, here it is grouped here and is not grouped under typography. It's not making any sense, huh? Okay, let's do text shadow, and let's add another transition that is about transform. Transform, and let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? I think because of the span, it's like doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, I'm telling you. See how there's a delay? That was not expected. I actually like that they're independent, but apparently it's once it because it also has its own. You know what is happening? That it has the same class, and it shouldn't be that same class. It should be a different class that is called top heading. And this one should be, man, also going to, first of all, it should be a block. So it breaks, sorry, like this, and it breaks that. And then it has a negative margin. That way it's like this. I think it was 80 pixels what we did. So now it's not creating that weird stuff where it creates double the effect, because I was applying the same class on this, but it shouldn't be at the same class. And now we actually want to clean up all the mess that we have done. Remove. See? Anyway, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, but also add some crazy interactions, some parallax effect with these cards. Okay, so I'm going to say that while page is scrolling, some magic happens. And we're going to say that praise scroll animation, and we're going to create a new animation, and it's going to be called crazy stuff. Stuff is just wild. That's what we're calling this. And let's say that on 0, let's actually go ahead and do that. Should we do it on our padding? Yeah, on this one. let's add a move on the Y position. Let's say that it's 0. And then around 26%, let's say that it moves, what do you say? Should it be like this? So it gets a little bit tighter? Yeah, super tight. Just like that. So now let's test it out. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that's one. See, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm saying. It's here. Something's happening. Things are like separated. That's the first thing. Another thing that we want to do is here, we want to say that also moves 0 on the Y position first, a 0. And then we add another one. Let's preview around here. That's where we want to add another one that says that the position is, I don't know, let's say that it's minus 130. Let's see what happens. And media container at 0. Let's put it all the way to 0 over here. Now let's preview it. Let's see what happens. See how now they're a little bit separated. It looked like this one is a little bit closer, I guess. And now we could exaggerate a little bit more. And we could exaggerate it by here, instead of 0, we can go positive. So now it's a little bit more, it's still subtle, but you can see some change. Something's going on. Something is not quite there. And now what we want to do is also add that stuff to the doodles in the background. So we can say background DRL. And yeah, so to this one, we can add another crazy stuff around here. It's moving. And on the Y position, it moves negative. And then once it reaches here, it moves a positive. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. I'm sorry. Just being silly. Okay, let's test it out. Let's see if the parallax is here. Oh my God, the parallax is here, my friends. But it's subtle. You don't want to overdo it, because then it's just like, you don't want to become one of those sites that is like, oh, your face, oh, animations, look. Like, no, don't do that. Just classy stuff. You gotta keep it classy. Okay. This is not classy at all, by the way. This is the opposite of classy. I want to do the same with this one. This one is, now it looks too static. Now I expect it to move. What are you doing? Just there? Just staying there? That's what you do? That's how you behave? No. I want to feel alive. I want to move this one over here. We're moving this image, by the way. This little doodle created with the blush designs. Let's do the same where we keep it first negative. That's 40 pixels, maybe. 30 pixels. And let's go over here and let's move it and maybe move 60 pixels. I think that's the opposite of what we wanted to do, but let's test it out. Huh. Did I not move it? Did I just like make the same thing? Minus 30 and BL 60. It is moving. Maybe we want to move it even more. Minus 80. Let's test it out. Yeah, it's there. It's moving just a little bit. I think I'm going to go the opposite way. I think it should be 120, and then it should be negative. Minus 120. Let's see what happens now. No, I don't know. Now it's getting crazy. Now it's getting crazy. No, it should be minus 120, and it should be 120. Let's test it out. So it should go the other way around. It should not feel like it's not moving. See? because it's farther away. It's like when you're in the car and you're looking at the window, the stuff that is like further away, it doesn't really move in your field of view, because the mountain is so far away that it looks like it's static. And the things that are closer to you, they really move really fast. Like if there's a fence, for example, or a tree, it gets past your window super fast, right? But but you can always see the mountain in the back. It's slowly moving, and that's what we're doing with this little doodle. That's why it feels like it's not moving too much, and the rest is. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it. Look at this button. This was my favorite part. This little button, I think we should have just stopped there, and that would have been nice. Oh, by the way, we didn't add a click. What happens when you click? We need to add a click. Okay, that's the last thing for real. Let's add here. We did hover. Let's say that pressed. While it's pressed, what happens? And I think it should. Well, the outer shadow should be maybe 4, and then maybe it should move instead of, let's say, could it be negative? Wow, let's see. Maybe this is going to be too much, my friends. Maybe this is going to be too much, but we're going to test it. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. No, but I like it. I like it. Pow, 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 pow. Pew, 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 pew. Let's test it out on the actual preview. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. It looks like those arcade buttons, like really chunky buttons that you press when you were play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or The Simpsons. These were all 90s arcade games that I played when I was a teenager. Wow. Anyway, okay. Had a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully next weekend we can get together again. There was no real plan. It was just like getting together on some side project that I'm doing, and I'm glad that you joined me. Let's go to over here. Thank you, Pabs, for being here. You're not being crazy enough. Whoever you are, Tech Shadow, Pablo, what's good? Yeah, so Michael, Simon, all of you, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for joining. Wow, my hair is crazy. And I don't know. Let's keep doing this, okay? Let's get together and jam and design together. The channel is called Sketch Together, so maybe we can keep doing that. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Un besote. Todos los que hablan español por ahí, los quiero mucho. And all of you who don't speak Spanish, I love you too. Okay. Bye bye, adiosito, muchas gracias. Nos vemos pronto, okay? I'm gonna see you soon. Thanks Simon. Thanks everyone. Seriously. And at a Tech Shadow, yeah. Bye Pablo. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.